Hi everyone, I'm Sophiahaberbrock. Today I'm joined by Janelle Brown, Fairfield women's basketball team senior guard and MAAC player of the year. So thank you so much for joining me today. It's incredible to get to talk to you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, yeah, you guys had an incredible season. It was so amazing to watch. And your energy is just so contagious too. It's cool to watch your interviews and you're posted everywhere across social media. So yeah, I'm really grateful to get to talk to you today. It's awesome.
Thank you for having me. It's actually a pleasure to be here. It's my first time here. Love the studio, by the way.
Yeah.
Great references from Abby. So,
that's good.
Definitely glad to be here. Wanted to be here and support you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Where did you find your passion for basketball? How did this all start?
I think that this started after I got done playing football, which was the 7th grade. My mom told me that I had like one more year to continue to keep playing football. And then the 8th grade was my last year. So then I picked up a basketball in 7th grade. And then 8th grade, I was on the junior varsity team. And that's when I was like, okay, like I really like this sport. It's really fun. It's really going for me. And then freshman year to my senior year, I was on varsity. And then it was just, I'd have to say 8th grade junior varsity year. I really just fell in love with the game and was so passionate, just wanted to continue to grow my game, continue to get better, not only for myself but for my teammates. And then I'd say my sophomore year in high school or my junior year in high school, we were our league champs, so basically like the MAAC champs, but we were our league champs, and then we were county champs, and then we were Long Island champs, and then we went to play in a state semifinal game and got knocked out by Ossining and Aubrey Griffin. So that was a nice loss.
Yeah, definitely.
End the season. But I think that my coaches and my teammates from high school really just gave me the encouragement and gave me the love and support to continue to try to play the best I can and be the best person I could be.
Yeah, definitely. Are you still in contact with those people? Do you still talk to them?
Yeah, we talk all the time. I actually just had a couple text messages with my old high school coach about the Indiana game.
Yeah.
But, we keep in contact all the time, whether it's on Snapchat, Instagram. But, it's cool to see what they're doing and how they're doing, too. I know some of my friends played college basketball, and then some of them, just went on their own path and started to do what they wanted to do. So it was really fun to see, everyone just grow up and not be that same kid from high school.
Yeah, it's cool to know the people from your roots, and then now you're having so much success now, like, it's cool to see their opinion on you, too, like what they think.
Yeah, it's different, too. It's weird, definitely weird, because it's like, oh, my God, I didn't think you liked me in high school, and you're actually texting me.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Yeah. Have you gotten a lot of, like, random texts from people that, like, you didn't think would text you?
A lot.
Really?
A lot. Really more than I expected. And it was definitely, like, people who I thought were cool in high school, but didn't really, socialize with me and hang out with me because I wasn't on the same level as them. So it was honestly cool to see, and then having everyone support you, everyone posting about you because you're playing in an NCAA game. It was really fascinating to see and heart feeling to see.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. Yeah, I see you're very active on social media. Like, you're posting all the time. It's awesome. Like, you're getting so much love. That must be so like gratifying.
Yes, it is.
Well, you're also working very hard, so it's paying off. That's awesome. Do you just talk a little bit more about playing on this team? What does this team mean to you? I talked to Abby a lot about. She was just so impressed by you guys, like the coaching staff and your guys' dynamic, and how it just really feels like a family. Like, what do you think about that? How do you feel about your team?
I think that this culture was changed as soon as we got back to campus on June 18th of last summer. It was just, we laid out the rules. There's standard over feelings. Like, we don't care if your feelings get hurt. You're here to get better. We're here to grow as a program. And I think that really set up a lot of people for success because they weren't worried about, being liked on a team or, being respected. They were out there to just get there. So with the 7 incoming people, and then we had 7 more people come back, it was like, okay, now we really have to find our footing and see how this offense is going to flow, see how we're going to play together. And I think that it just worked out beautifully. Honestly, it sucks that I can't play basketball anymore with this team, but I wouldn't give away this team for anything. This team is honestly the heart and soul of my basketball career right now. My teammates mean a lot to me. This coaching staff is honestly the best coaching staff in the country. I was literally telling a recruit that yesterday as she was trying to come here. Like, I wouldn't leave. I wouldn't want to play for anyone but Coach Carly. And this team I absolutely love. This team is definitely just my sisters. And, yes, I will be inviting them to my wedding in, 2 years. So.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. In 2 years, you're going to get married?
Maybe 5 years.
Maybe 5. Maybe 5. Yeah.
Got to just keep expanding that.
Yeah, definitely. But, yeah, that's amazing that you guys have that cool dynamic. That's awesome.
We all just move as a team, and we don't leave each other behind. It's a family-oriented culture. It's everything that we ever dreamed of because we actually like each other. And it's not like we like each other. We love each other. There's not a time where we had a problem with drama. There's not a time where people were upset at each other for, getting at each other during practice. Like, Isa, run harder, or Ken, actually, get back on defense. It was just, we'd talk to each other, we'd give each other that constructive criticism, and then that was it, that was the next play. And then we still supported each other, we still had each other's back, and the way that we get hyped for each other and we show love to each other, it's better than my high school team. It was better than the 2022 MAAC championship team that I was on too. So this is the best team out of Fairfield. This is the best team out of Fairfield University's women basketball history. So I wouldn't want to trade it for the world.
Yeah, that's incredible. And you're that's just so cool. You could just ride that right now.
Yeah.
You must feel so cool. That's awesome. But, so, oh my God, what was I going to ask you? I had, now I'm forgetting where I was going. It's cool to hear you talk about it. I could hear how passionate your voice is about it.
And it's really easy to talk about it too because I'm not lying.
There's
no lies being told. It's just straight from the heart. That's how we really felt about each other. We had a team meeting yesterday, and I hugged every single person in the locker room as soon as I saw them because it's all right, I get it. We lost 2 days ago, but I still love you guys. I still miss you guys. So showing them, the love that I have for them and it being reciprocated just shows how much we love each other and shows how much we are here for the game and just here for each other.
Yeah. And how's the practices been? Can you share your favorite memory from practice this season?
I'd say my favorite memory was Coach E and Coach Blake. We didn't have any practice players because it was during winter break, so it was, they all went home. And Coach E and Coach Blake put on a practice uniform, and they were trying to mimic someone in our league, for personnel-wise. And Coach E just hit the ground.
Really?
And I was guarding her, too, so she was trying to dribble in and out, took that. And then Coach Blake was trying to just throw these behind the head. I don't know. He be cooking us, but I'd say someone hit him in the he was
ooh, that's rough.
And then he got up all mad and stuff and started actually playing. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a funny memory. What about with your other teammates in the locker room? Do you have any things that you do before the games that you always do with them?
So our game day rituals is we always pray, hold hands and then pray, and then we just get hype. We start making noises, screaming, banging on stuff, throwing chairs. It's wild before the game because we're just getting it out,
Yeah.
That's it.
If you didn't do that, do you think you would play as well if you didn't get that out?
I think that if I didn't get it out, I'd probably do what I did in the championship game and get a technical in the first quarter. So, it's probably good to get all that energy out just to.
Yeah, probably. It's probably good. And can you talk about going to Atlantic City too? What
Oh,
was that
Atlantic
like?
City was fun. The ride there was definitely something to remember because Katie Lamb, number 4, does not stop talking.
Oh
But
boy.
and I was trying to go to sleep, so I was all grumpy and grouchy when I woke up. But it was definitely fun. The view was okay from the hotel. We stayed in a Hard Rock. I hate staying in a Hard Rock. Um,
Why?
just the cigarette smoke. In the
Yeah.
first lobby, just like walking into that every day, having to go back and forth, just that.
Yeah, I get that.
And then the court, that beautiful, beautiful court that we won on. It was just a great environment, great to be there, and I love the support that we got too. And it was great to see how Fairfield men and women's basketball was in the championship round. So just to see that, we didn't have as many fans as a men's basketball team, but just to see the support from people coming from different cities or different towns just to support us is really, really nice to see.
Yeah. Why do you think they get more crowd than you guys do, even though you guys made it all the way to
I
the
don't
first round?
know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just people's personal preference. Some people will like men's basketball better than women's basketball. They think that our game's too slow, but I think that with the way that we play and the way that we grew this year, people are just starting to love Fairfield women's basketball because of our ball movement, because they see the team culture on and off the court, and then the way that we play is very different. Like I'm a hound, Katie Land's a hound, so you got that defensive pressure of the guards in the front court, and then you got the length of Meg Anderson or Lauren Beach or Amina Slimovic. Like it's honestly scary. So to have people rattled and to see the impact that we're making not only on the youth but all over the community and the country, it's good to finally see that women's basketball is, becoming a bigger platform and finally getting the attention it deserves.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I always wondered. I like looking at the crowd during the men's versus the women's. Like it's so different.
It was wild. Like
Yeah.
we were there, and it was like the whole side was just filled with Red Sea, and we knew like it was. We just had games back to back, but
Yeah.
it was like it just, I don't know. It grew. It
Yeah.
grew like 10 times bigger.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, what is your feedback you've gotten from the crowds? Like, what feedback?
Definitely great game. You play so hard. You're amazing. Just people just giving me my flowers. So
Yeah.
it feels good. But then I'm like, I try to stay humble, and I'm like, thank you. Like that's how I do. But we're not done yet. Like we're just starting. So
Yeah. What do you think makes you so special as a player? Like, why do you do so well in games?
I think it's my heart. I always say heart over height. I'm one of the smallest people. Well, not anymore. Katie Lamb's the smallest person on the court, but
That's good.
I'm one of the smallest people on the court, and I'm at a disadvantage with my height, with my length. So I really try to train my body to be as fast as I can, be as strong as I can, so that people can't just rip the ball from me. I try to just like help myself out with the things that I lack, and clearly it's working out. So I'm doing something right.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm very inspired by you guys because I actually play in an intramural basketball team. I'm horrible. I'm not good at all, but it's just fun to play with my
It's
friends.
the thought that counts, though. At least you're doing it. Some people can't say that.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to play though. Basketball is such a fun game. Like I like to watch you guys so I can get a few tips. A little bit, but just a little bit. So how do you? I know we talked about it before we started chatting, but like, how do you balance being a student athlete with your work?
It's definitely tough, but you really have to just communicate with your professors. Over communication is the best kind of communication. Knowing that they know your schedule, they know what times you're leaving, and then you just basically like, okay, I have to get this assignment in before so that she doesn't have to worry about it after I leave. It's really just... It's tough sometimes because when what you miss in a classroom, you got to ask classmates, and sometimes they're not even in the classroom, so it's like, okay, you have to ask someone else for that work. But I think that the professors here are amazing, and they really try to help you as a student, and they care for you as an athlete, but they really try to go out their ways to help you as a student. I have a lot of good professors who really tried to help me out and make me the best academic student athlete I could be. So it's really nice to see. There's good people here, and especially the professors here too. Yeah.
And with your travels, how do you balance just other stuff in life too, other than school and other than basketball?
It's a good question. I don't really think I balance it, you know. I probably just let it flow. Like if it's not school or basketball, then it's like it's a third party issue. If I have an off day, then I'm like, okay, that's my homework, that's the school day, and then I'll probably worry about the stuff after that. But it's interesting that you say, because it's like I talk to my mom like once every 2 weeks. Like
Really?
it's weird, but I like the way that I can just, call her or text her after games. She's very vocal about how she sees me play and how she sees the team play. So when I see her name in my phone, I know that I'm either getting yelled at or I'm getting praised. So
So she's a tough critic.
yeah. But I'm the favorite child since,
Oh, really?
MAAC Player of the Year. So
Yeah, obviously. Was that always the case, or is it just because you're a MAAC player? Is that why?
I think it's just because I'm MAAC player. I feel like my baby sister is the favorite child right now, just because she's the baby.
Yeah. Does she play basketball or no?
Absolutely not.
No.
But she screams at the TV while she's watching me play, saying, "Let's go," or "Let's go." Yeah, she just screams, "Let's go."
Just let's go. That's fun. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, how do you feel about having that tough critic?
I like it because if she sees that I can do better, then I know that I can do better. She's been pushing me since I was a child. She's been pushing me as a kid, but she also knows my limit too. So just seeing her opinion and seeing how she really feels about my performance, it's really helpful to see, because now I know that, okay, if I'm not working as hard as I need to work, then you're not going to be the player that you want to be. And she constantly reminds me that, like, there's still more work to be done. There's still more room for improvement. So don't get satisfied with the good, the all right. Like, don't be mediocre.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any other like mentors or important people in your life that show you support?
You got Coach Carly, Coach E, Coach Blake, Coach EJ. You got Alex, who's our Dobo, Ace, who's our GA. I'd say my high school coach, my high school trainer, Michelle, and then we got my mom, and then we have a lot of the Fairfield community administrators and some of the marketing administrators, but a lot of the sports directory up in the WAC. There's a lot of people, honestly.
That's cool. You have a big network.
Yeah, can't appreciate them enough for that.
Yeah, definitely. How do you feel that your face is like everywhere across social media?
Sometimes I be making the joke like, pay me, but it feels good to finally see that I'm not like, I'm in the spotlight now. So I guess it's like something that I wanted, but something that I really didn't. I just wanted to be known. And I feel like with the way that I played this year, now I am, and now people are starting to look at me as someone more than just an athlete. They look at me as someone called me a legend before. Like, they look at me something as something higher. So it definitely feels weird, but it's also humbling and gratifying to see that I'm making a difference in the community, and I can be someone who inspires the youth and be someone that someone can look up to. So it feels good. I feel like I'm doing a good job with influencing the youth to be who you are, be your authentic self, but also work as hard as you possibly can, because the work is going to show for itself.
Definitely. Yeah, and you're so natural, like, in the spotlight, and, like, it's cool. I feel like you're a good person to have the spotlight on,
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. You're you're doing well of like inspiring the youth and stuff like that.
Thank you.
What do you want to do after this? Like, what do you want to go into?
I'm actually thinking about playing overseas, or maybe trying to get an agent somewhere. I definitely still want to play the game of basketball. I feel like I've trained my body to be this way. I got the accolades to really be at the next level, or try to be at the next level. So I feel like I just want to continue to grow my game and keep on playing.
Yeah, definitely.
But if not, then I wanted to be a sports broadcaster. I'm a sports media major with the Women, Gender, and Sexuality Studies and Sports Management. So either sports broadcasting or maybe a coaching job.
Oh, true, yeah.
I don't know.
Many possibilities.
Yeah, very.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have you on again in a year and we'll see where you are at. But, okay, yeah, thanks so much for chatting with me. I appreciate it. It's cool to hear your story and how this all came to be, you know. So.
Thank you.